Hey church, Pastor Bryan here. Got some big news. So stay tuned. This is your latest episode of Quarantine Chronicles. It has been a long and tiring, exhausting even, last few months for all of us. But I want to say thank you to our church family. By and large, the overwhelming majority of you have been incredibly kind and gracious, encouraging and understanding, and really have exhibited the fruit of the Spirit. So on behalf of myself and our staff and elders, I just want to say thank you for that. On my last video, I told you that for a number of reasons, we were not looking at outdoor gatherings, and that is still the case. But I wanted to let you know that we were talking about doing an outdoor gathering for just for social purposes to get church family back together. And we approached Calvary with that idea and they said no. And they are the landlords, they get to make those calls. And so even if we had wanted to do outdoor worship gatherings, we would not have been able to on this property until phase 3. Now to the news. After much prayer and deliberation and conversation and consultation, we have decided that it is time to regather. And so as of August the 2nd, we will be holding one worship gathering with limited capacity. August the 9th, we will also have one worship gathering with limited capacity. And then on August the 16th, a full 5 months after we had to cancel our first time, August the 16th, we'll be back to 2 worship gatherings, both with limited capacity. Now, I know there are tons of questions about what that's going to mean in terms of procedures and protocols and what we're doing with kids and all those things. And those questions will be answered. We have information via video and documents that'll be coming out in the next week or two that have all the answers to all the questions that you could possibly ask. And for those of you who are not ready to come back yet or who are unable to come back at this time, either because of work or health reasons or just not being able to register in time, we are also going to be providing a live streaming option. So for those of you who will remain at home, you can still be part of what's happening here on Sunday mornings. Now, here's what I'm going to need from you. Number 1, continue to be patient and kind and gracious and understanding. As we come back, there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of stuff that won't be comfortable, a lot of stuff you might not even agree with, but if we can be people who exhibit the fruit of the Spirit, we will be just fine. Secondly, this is an all hands on deck moment. As you can imagine, there are plenty of people who are just not ready to come back yet for a number of reasons. Many of those folks are servant leaders, whether that's in our welcome team or production team or kids team. And so I just want to put out a call to those of you who are ready and willing to come back and worship with us. We also need you to serve. Some of you perhaps are newer to the church and have not gotten plugged into serving yet. Others of you may have been taking a break for a season, and this is your moment. This is your time. And so when information comes out next week, we will have servant leader opportunities, and that'll give you a way to respond and let us know where you might be able to serve as we regather. So church, I love you. I'm grateful for you, grateful that we have a date and we can finally start planning to regather. Stay safe, stay healthy, and Lord willing, I will see many of you on August the 2nd.